In today's video, I'll show you how you can set up and use labels in Linear. So let's get started. So basically, you can use labels in a lot of things here in Linear, like for example, in the project. So you want to go into your project section right here in your Linear dashboard once you're logged in. For example, here in this project, in my sample project, I could go for the labels. So in here is that I would be able to click here on the three dots right here and go into labels, and then you'd be able to see that right here. Now, to set up your own label, you simply need to click here and then type out the add labels or change labels right here. So let's say I'm going to add a label called sample label. And then you want to click here on create new label. And then you should now be able to assign a color to that. For example, I'm going to go for pink. And then as you can see, it is now added, and now you could use it anytime. So it will now be added to your preset labels. And now when I go into other stuff, like for example, in the issues right here, I have some issues. Now I'm going to go into the labels. For example, I'm going to go and open up this issue, and then I'm going to go click here on add label. And then from here, you'd be able to see that you will not be able to see that right here. But if you go into the projects and go into another project, you'd be able to see that label again right here. So it will be only limited into this section right here. So if you go into another section like issues, it will not be available anymore. So now let's go and do the same thing. Let's add a label, and let's say I'm gonna go for bug, and let's say that a bug inspected right there, and click on create new label and then assign a color just like so, and it will now be added. And let's check if it could also be assigned into another issue, and as you can see, it could also be assigned. So yeah, this is basically it on how you could set up and use labels in Linear. So if you don't have that specific label that you want, you can just simply create it from there. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.